except your gun is in the way.
Will you get your mind above your waist? Was it the gun? Was this rather innocent little champagne cork from a time not so long ago?
Our evening at Duke's.
Our evening, your debauch, or blackout as the case may be.
What are you doing carrying this around?
I'll have you know that Andy Warhol made a fortune out of stuff like that. One of these days, I intend to have an entire room set aside just for champagne corks. Now that I have confirmed the future of limitless good times, I think you better get in shape.
I'll start training right away.
Right. Now, give us back my champagne cork and I'll be out of here. Now, repeat after me. Now I lay me down to sleep.
Now I lay me down to sleep.
You've got to keep the eyes closed, otherwise it doesn't work.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm. Now I lay me down to sleep.
Yeah.
You just now noticed it? I didn't know.
How is she?
Well, I don't know what to think. Part of her keeps holding something back.
Oh. Well, let's hope you did get through to her because she's just about ready for a visit from Dr. Pragmatic, Bedside Manor.
Hi. Any noticeable improvement in our patient?
Well, she still seems fairly depressed.
So maybe it might be a good idea if you be a little more sensitive, huh?
Sean, how nice to see you. How's your arm?
Can't complain.
That's too bad. Her potassium level is dropping, which is good, but unfortunately she is a very sick woman, and her kidney could fail on her at any time. You've got to understand that.
Oh, Lisa, just the person I need. I need an audience. I'm rehearsing this song for Colton's show.
No, I don't think so, Terry.
Oh, really, it's no big deal. I'll make it easy on you. I'll give you coffee here.
No,
You got
I'm not in the mood right now, Terry.
Oh, really? Please, I just gotta get the bugs out of... Here. Something's bothering you, right? Hold on, right there. Hello?
Hi, is Felicia there?
Oh, hi, Colton. It's Terry. Felicia, no, she's not here. I didn't see her. I was rehearsing in the kitchen, and I would have seen her come in.
Okay.
Thanks. Listen, when she comes in, could you please have her call me? It's very, very important. I need to talk to her, okay? She can reach me at the church.
Okay, if I see her, I'll tell her you're at the Old Seamen's Church.
Thank you.
Thank you. Colton giving you a problem?
Turns out that he's not such a saint after all.
Dude!
Hey!
Oh, I missed you.
Oh, I missed you too. What was this? Is this a good book?
Well, not really. It's about a little bird, and his parents go out all the time to get food, and he's real lonely. His name's Robert.
Oh, really? And how's my little bird?
Fine, but I wish he'd be home more often.
I wish I was home more often, too. You know, maybe we'll have to move to New York City.
No, we won't. That will not be necessary. Hello.
How are you?
Very, 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 very well. How are you?
Pretty good.
Did you manage to find a new manager for the club?
Oh, you know, I think I've interviewed everyone who's ever eaten in a restaurant in New York City, but I haven't found the right one. And they have to be right. I don't want to keep running up there to check up on them. And I think my little friend here wants me home more often.
You can say that again.
I think my little friend here wants me home more often.
Me too. You starving hungry? Lynn's cooking up some special grub.
Yeah, I am starving hungry, it so happens.
Yes.
Uh-oh, here comes the mushy stuff again.
Well, why don't you go and see whether Olin's finished with the dinner?
How come grown-ups always send the kids out of the room when the mushy stuff is going to start?
How do you know that?
Sometimes I peek.
Oh.
Oh, our little voyeur. I love the mushy stuff.
I love the mushy stuff, too.
Oh, it's so nice to have you home.
So nice to be home.
I wish it could be a little bit more often.
No, that's one question I can't answer, not right now, anyway.
enough. There are some questions I would like you to answer there.
So this is the third degree I think I'm really going to like you.
No. Business first.
Now, come on, must we? I've had a very, very long day.
We must. Robert seems to have his suspicions, you see.
What about you?
No, I don't. It's just that because of these suspicions, he started to work on a case that's mine. And I have some things that I now need to clear up.
Well, as an old Scot once said, lay on, Macduff.
Okay. You've opened a new club, and it's on the site of an old mob hangout, Greeny's, right?
Correct.
More specifically, it used to be the meeting place of the Jerome family.
Which was never particularly close to my family.
To say the least.
But that's all. That's history. I told that to Robert.
Is that all it is?
Well, he doesn't seem to think so.
Is that why he came to see you?
Yeah. I mean, that and also this business of Marty Wood's disappearance. He kept talking about somebody that was in the river and then was back out of it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I told him I hadn't read anything about this disappearing body in the newspaper. I mean, he couldn't even be too sure about it. I mean, therefore, how could I know anything about it? He said somebody had retrieved a watch, and there was also some personal belongings that had been picked up. Why are you asking me about this? Are you interested in Robert's body as well?
Fran Woods. You see, the watch belonged to her husband, and so may the other personal effects. We also have reason to believe that her husband was involved with the Carter mob, and they've always been at odds with the Jeromes.
Well, you don't. You think this has something to do with me?
No, I don't. It's just that this woman, I feel very sorry for her, and I would like to help her find out what happened to her husband, and Robert's instincts are never usually that wrong. And I just wanted to know if there was something you could tell us.
Owen says dinner's gonna be ready in a few minutes, okay? Are you done with the mushy stuff yet?
Yeah, we're almost done with the mushy stuff. Come on, Cookie, we're gonna help Olive. Come on in.
Are you saying that even if Cheryl stabilizes, her kidney could still fail?
Unfortunately, yes. That's why she must think about the options.
Alan, she's absolutely terrified of this dialysis.
There's nothing for her to be frightened of. There's a little bit of pain at the beginning, and after that, it's a matter of finding a good book to read while the machine's on.
And what book would you recommend? Something along the lines of Marquis de Sade?
See, this is her big fear. She's scared about being dependent upon that machine for the rest of her life.
She would have nothing to be frightened of at all if we could find a donor.
That guy has as much compassion as a KGB interrogator.
But you know he's right.
Are we talking about the same guy here?
Yeah, I mean, he's talking about a donor like as in a kidney transplant.
Look, don't get your hopes up. It's going to take months to find a donor. And judging by her current mood, if her kidney fails, it's going to be tough to get her to agree to even temporary dialysis.
Don't you see? I am her sister. I may be the perfect donor for this.
All right, honey, let's take this one step at a time, all right?
Volunteer Joe Wright. Volunteer services. Volunteer Joe Wright.
I didn't think lawyers ever had daydreams.
Oh, hi, Bobby. Everybody is so concerned about Cheryl. You know what's going on?
Cheryl's an extremely sick woman.
Well, what's the diagnosis?
She only has one kidney. And it's diseased, and her potassium level is extremely high. If the levels don't stabilize, then the kidney could fail.
What's the bottom line?
Why all this sudden interest in Cheryl?
Oh, come on, Bobby. I know Cheryl, Tiffany's sister. I'm just a human being.
I'm sorry. She could die. Are you all right?
Yeah, it's just that it's amazing that somebody so young could just... like that.
All through nursing school, they taught us that we get used to it eventually. I guess I'm still trying. Gotta go.
Dr. Strain, report to radiology staff. Dr. Strain.
I cannot believe we're talking about the same Colton Shore here. I mean, I realize no guy on earth is a saint. But Colton's special. Now, unless he made a move on you. Did he... No, you couldn't have done it. I mean, I was under the impression that you two were friends.
Friends? Men do not have friendships with women. Well, sure, they talk like they do. They talk to women like they're friends. They do favors for women, but then they want to possess you.
He did make a pass at you,
He's a child and he's a hypocrite. Oh, but they're always there to put those big, strong arms around you and always there to give you that macho advice. But then they expect to get paid for it.
They expect to get paid?
No, it's more than that.
Well, I'm all ears.
When I found out that Frisco was presumed dead, naturally, I got very upset and hysterical, and I ran out of here. And Scott was here. He saw the whole thing, and he followed me.
Oh, so it's Scotty.
No, Scott is fine. He followed me. He comforted me. He put his arms around me, and he walked me back here.
Well, wait a minute. What does Colton have to do with this, though?
I found out that he saw Scott and I down on the docks, and he just assumed that we were having some kind of romance. You know, that just really makes me mad. He knows how I feel about Frisco. All this time I thought we were friends, and I find out that I'm just a woman to him.
Well, Felicia, he can see you as both, unless he made a move on you. Hold on.
Who is it?
Colton?